How's everybody doing out there? Just coming to you today with a lot of disgust, a lot of anger over what I've seen said over the last 24 hours in regards to, um, what Obama's proposing here for stricter gun laws in our country. Um, if you've got a problem with expanding background checks, if you've got a problem with implementing laws so that individuals who are in the business of selling firearms have to register as a licensed gun seller, you've got a couple of screws loose yourself. And you probably got something to hide. And that's where a lot of this bullshit is. Well, he's trying to take our guns. Nobody's trying to take your fucking guns. I don't know how many times, how many years. I mean, the man's been president going on 7 years, going to almost eighth year now. You still got your guns. He said it yesterday. As long as you can pass a background check, you can have your firearm. What's wrong with trying to put processes and procedures in place to keep these guns out of the wrong hands? Time and time again, you'll hear our friends of the Republican Party say that it's the mentally ill that get their hands on the guns. Well, now here Obama wants to fund a process so that we can actually have these people on file so that when they go to try to register a gun or purchase a gun, well, not only will their criminal background come up, but if they've ever been hospitalized in the past, any of these type of things, they'll pop up. So yeah, if we just prevent one tragedy, it's worth it. I got angry last night. I saw these pieces of shit on Outnumbered, Melissa Francis and Andrea Tantaros, I think her name is. Well, not that it matters in the grand scheme of things for a piece of shit like her. Talking about how we fear ISIS. He's going to cry over, as if he's going to cry over children. Yeah, he's going to cry over children. These are tragedies that happened on American soil by American people. Things that are happening by American people. I'm not right. I mean, rightfully so. I'm fearing my fellow man, my fellow countrymen, more than I fear anybody else in this country right now. Check the podium for an onion. And the award goes to. I mean, really? You feel bad? Oh, we feel bad for those children that died, but, he should be passionate about terror. Well, you know what? It wasn't only children that died. It was teachers that died. Rachel Davino, Dawn Hochsprung, Anne-Marie Murphy, Lauren Rousseau, Mary Sherlach, Victoria Soto, and 20 innocent children that day who were shot by an American citizen whose mother purchased the gun legally, who should have never had a gun in the first place. These are common sense gun laws that'll help protect our country. And yet, time and time again, you'll hear people from the NRA. Now's not the time to talk about taking our American Second Amendment away from them. I've never heard anything come out of Obama's mouth to where he wants to take away your right to bear arms. But let's face it. If I'm living next door to a guy who's committed 3 or 4 felonies, do I want him having easy access to a gun? Do I want him going ape shit in the school one day? God forbid my child's school? No. I'd want these processes and procedures to be in place. It's so counterproductive. People are talking about going against their own best interests until it happens to them. And, I pray that it never does happen to anybody, or that people don't have to go through this, because it seems like that's what happens a lot. Everybody has a standpoint until something horrible happens to them, and then they become a mouthpiece for a cause. There's been enough fatalities. You get 355 shootings in the year of 2015, and 353 were perpetrated by Americans. Not fearing anybody else, my own people right now. Of course, we're going to keep a watchful eye at things that go on. We're not going to be blind to what's going on overseas. But my own man is who I'm fearing right now, my fellow American. This is homegrown terrorism. You look at the numbers of shootings that have happened from country to country and the amount of deaths in the United States dwarfs anything from any other country. And, until we get our Senate seats back, and until we can make sure that the proper agendas are put into place, we're going to continue to live in this war zone, if you will, because it could happen at any time. It can happen to anybody, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not one of us.